while since I did a live video, and yeah, right when winners are starting to warm up, and I've been hoping the carp would be biting. I'm gonna go after those carp, man. I just got boilies from England. I got a 13-foot Daiwa pole, but today where we're at is Foster Aaron, and we're going to try to get a couple trout. Huh? Why not? So, got my pole. Let's see what we got going here. What we're dealing with. It's a special regulation pond that we fish here. What's that mean, you say? Well, that means there's no trout season. It's continuous. That's what that means. But you can only take 3 out of this pond. You know, surprisingly enough, I know a lot of people from Rochester, Minnesota, they don't even know this place exists. It doesn't advertise it. It's Foster Aaron Pond. It's a park, basically, where you can trout fish year round, and they stock it every 2 weeks with like 600 trout, you know? So there's always fish out there to be had. Especially ice fishing, more fun. There's no ice anymore, so it's open water. Maybe a little stock truck will come rolling down the hill today. Who knows? We'll see. Let's go down there. Yeah, so dealing with a lot of issues, and that's why I haven't been fishing or posting about the last month and a half. If I can explain myself, and I apologize for you that like to watch my videos or my shorts. It's I had a herniated disc. It was so bad the doctor told me that I may not walk again. So I was laying prone for like a month because ouch, there was no way I could walk. That's how bad it was. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't drink coffee. There was a lot of things I couldn't do. Here we go. We get an outlook of the pond now. There's a lot of things I couldn't do because of this herniated disc. So what I had to do was go in the Mayo Clinic, go to the doctors and get it taken care of, where they drill a hole in the back of your spine, and then they pull out the herniated part of your disc, which sounds like a bunch of fun, doesn't it? But now I'm on limitations for the next 3 months. Since February, I can't lift over 10 pounds, so, but I'm feeling pretty fit right now, and I may be going after the carp like next week or this weekend. Let's do this and see what happens. We'll do the rainbows today. Rainbows. Let's see what happens. All right. This is what we're dealing with. Just a little pond, about 2 sizes of a football field. And we'll see. Right how we look. It's the ground. We can walk this way. I guess we're going to get as good as we can. Okay, I got some butter worms, and then I got some, also got some crushed butter worms now. Also got some power bait, so hopefully one or the other will work. We find out which one will. There we go, it's a butter worm there. You could buy them at Walmart or any store. Usually about $4 and something cents. Okay, we got them all nice and good. Let's see what we can do. See what we can do. Nothing swirling around up there. That says to me they might have stopped today. They stopped today? Okay. I'm seeing swirls. Okay. Well, usually when you see the swirls around there on the top of the water, that's a good sign that they stocked pretty recently, you know? Well, they're supposed to do it every 2 weeks. Okay. So they're due next week to stock then. If they stock every 2 weeks. They never tell you, and you never know. It could be a Monday, a Friday. It could be 10 in the morning. It could be 2 in the morning. Well, once every 2 weeks, they'll put 600 in here. 600 to 1,000. Sometimes they drop 1,000. Yeah, let's see if we get a couple rainbows out here today. Yep. I think I'm going to head up over that way. Yeah, they're all up in here all right. They're in here. It's a matter of time to get them. Oh yeah, look at them. They're in here. Usually when I see the swirls like that, that is a 3 to 7 trout day, right? It's a good day usually. Yeah, some days are better than others, you know? Trout's a very finicky fish as it is. Well, you got a couple swirling around out over there. There we go. Come on. You didn't take that. Come on. Well, he nibbled on that butter worm. Didn't want it. And maybe he took it off the note. Oh, yeah. And he's thinking about it now. He's thinking about it seriously. Yeah, come on, eat that son of a bitch. Come on him. Butterworms. You get them at Walmart, there's about $5 a pack for 24. They're real big, thick mealworms is what they look like. But you can see he's biting it right now. He's trying to decide whether to eat the thing or not. He keeps on nibbling on it. But I've had them, the last time I was down here, they were stealing them off me. I had about 2 or 3 in the beginning, steal them. Then I told them, got the third one. There we go. Come on. Maybe I already got him. That's right. Cool. That's a good sign. The water's starting to warm up. But it's not a good sign for the trout. They don't like the water when it gets that warm. All right. I'm not playing around. There we go. First cast. Oh, we got a crappie, I think. Oh no, no wonder he's fiddling around. We got a bluegill. Bluegill time. Yes, sir. Bluegill. Well, it's not what I was going for, but I'll take it. Better than nothing. Let's get our hemostats. Hope you didn't swallow that hook too deep, brother. Okay, we're in business. Here we go. Yep, bluegill. That's in we go. Maybe I could catch another fish with that butterworm. Dead one, but we're going to use it. All right, back out there. There we go. Let's find one out there. Okay, one bluegill down. Now it's time for a trout. That's nice and warmed up. There we go. Now I'm warmed up. Let's get the trout. I know when there was ice out here and when it was open water before that, I was getting some big crappie out of here. I was getting 10s, 11s, and 12s out of here. Yeah, 12-inch ones. That's a monster for here. We got another, somebody else be out there. Maybe it's another bluegill. Who knows? It's getting warm enough for those bluegills, it seems. Come on, moment time. Let's see what we got. It got me on that one. It surely did, Shirley. Time for another one. Okay, this is what we get here at Walmart is butterworms. Alright. You get about 25 for $5. It's not a bargain, but if you catch a fish, it's a bargain. If you're not, then, oh boy, you're just feeding the fish, right? Let's put another one on and see if we find a trout. All right, there we go. Get him on the hook. Okay, we got him. There we go. Butterworm. Let's find something out there. They're out there. I see them swirling around unless they're bluegills. Right in your head. There we go. Red's another good thing to fish with for those trout. That's what the Bosnians do, fish with red. But he'll come down and he'll roll up a couple, about 10 balls and throw them in. And then they come and feed off the 10 balls he threw, and then one of them's his. So there's a method to the madness. Whether it's legal or not, I'm not going to say anything about that. Okay. What color? Sometimes it's different colors they go after. Okay. Green, yeah. Like a fluorescent light green. I've seen it. Yeah. I haven't seen them put very big ones in here. They do every now and then. They put the brooders in here. That's a nice one for here. Now, I've seen those 10-inch. Sometimes those little 10-inch rainbows got mini teeth, just little teeth in their mouth. But the browns, when they put the 20-inch browns in here, yeah, they'll have the teeth too, or the brooks. That's what I like, getting these browns out of here when they put them in. What's that? You know, oh boy, I think the rainbow. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the browns are just big and lunky, and especially if you got like fathead minnows, they love minnows. But where I like to go is over there by those rocks and all the where the trees are falling. When they put the browns in, somehow they always end up over there with all the cover, you know? But then how do you know when they're going to put the browns in, you know? Unless you hear it by word of mouth. But, yeah, somebody must have got me. No, you know, they got places like this all over the country. I've been all over the country, Arizona, Philadelphia. And you know what? When they have places like this, it's usually all owned by some old guy. And once you step on his, he opens up the property to you, the fish. It's $5 or $6 every fish you catch. Okay. Yeah, if you want a rainbow trout, sometimes you got to do that stuff, you know? You got to go where they are. So Atlanta's really warm then, apparently, just like Arizona. They don't have no trout in Arizona. You got to drive 3 hours out of the city all the way up to the mountains. 3 hours. So if you don't catch anything, it's really hurting driving home. Another 3 hours, no fish, you know? I did it once or twice, and then I just quit fishing for 21 years, so I moved here 10 years ago. Come on, I know you guys are out there. Come on. Another good place, I don't know if you got kids or something like that, is Waynesboro, the park, Sylvain Park, especially during the summer. They got a little pond in the back where the trailers are, the second pond, and they put like 100 in every other week in there. But the pond is only as big as, I'm going to say 30 feet by 70 feet. Yeah, and it's 4 feet deep, and you can see the fish right there in front of you, but you can keep 5. It's not like here, you can actually keep 5. It's a good place to go in the summer because even though it's only 4 feet deep, they keep it cool. They pump in the Root River with cold water to keep the trout, alive. Because if that water got over 65 degrees, they'd belly up. Yeah. This pond around the edges gets 60, 65 in the summertime. That's why you don't see those trout in the summertime. They go to the 30-foot hole. 30 feet hole all the way across. Yeah, 34. So that's where any remaining trout go in the summer. Come on, Mr. Trout. But what's great about this pond here is every now and then they take their brood stock from 2 different hatcheries. Got 15 to 20 inch fish that are breeding at the hatchery. They retire them here and bring up the next batch to breed. And that's brooks that are 15 to 20 inch, too big to put in the stream. The brooks are when they get that big, so they put them in here. When the browns get that big, or the rainbows, they don't want to put them in the stream, they put them right in here. But they don't tell you, or they don't tell anybody when they're going to do it. They just drive down here and throw them in. So you either got to know somebody that's calling you up, say, hey, you got to get down there. Yeah. That's where they come rolling down the hill right there, and with a hose they flush them out of the tanks into the water here. Yeah, after they stock, if you know they stocked that day, you try that corner in there, because sometimes about 20, 30 of them just get hung up in that corner and never leave that corner. I've seen them stay in that corner for 2, 3 days sometimes. Okay, come on, I need a trout. Yes, man, right over there. Yeah, sometimes that's the nature of the beast of Foster Aaron. You could be right next to him and you're catching nothing and he's catching all the fish for some reason. That's the nature of the beast for this pond. When the little girl with the Snoopy pole's catching more fish than you, you know it's time to go home. Hey? Okay. Where's IT? Oh, okay. You don't want to give up the secrets. if you like eating those white bass, it ain't a bad idea, is it? That's what I do right here. Okay. Yeah, I catch them and release them. I got so sick and tired of eating rainbow trout, it just got too much for me. Now, if they throw a brown trout in here, oh boy, that's a good dinner. Brown trout to me tastes like wild sockeye salmon. Under? I was under. And brook, when they're the 15 to 20 inch brooks in here, oh boy, they're good eating too. Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you got one. I was too busy talking. Maybe I'll try some pallets. Oh, I'm good. I still got my worm in there. Well, I've seen a lot of squirrels out there, but we're trying. We got to keep trying to get a carp here. I mean, carp, a rainbow. It's getting a little mixed up there. Oh man, kids are cute when they're that young. You know, they're so cute. If you got a grandchild that wants to go fishing with you, I mean, that's great. You know? Yeah, he's in the water. You got to keep an eye on him. He's one of those kids, right? And he drank it. couple people watching. Hello, how you doing? Hello, good to see you. Thank you for watching. We're trying to pull in some rainbows, but they're being a little difficult. I'm using butterworms. Foster in Rochester, Minnesota. And there's the pond out there. It's only about the size of 2 football fields. We got a lot of swirls on top of the water, which is a good sign, but I don't know if they're bluegill or trout, to tell you the truth. I'm starting to think they might be bluegill. I pulled in 1 bluegill so far, but if they're all trout swirls, I think I'd be getting them by now. Well, we're going to find out, okay, mates? Find out. Come on, man, hit me. All right, good luck, yeah. Okay, people, we're going to move a little bit, so bear with me, I'm going to move you. Oh, let's move down a little, or over, should I say. I'll move over here towards the fence a little bit more. I see a lot of fish swirling action going on, so we're going to try. Let's see. Bobbing there. We're going to see what we can get over here. And I lost. Nope, I got my butterworm. All right. See you further here. Find out. A little. There we go. Now it's pretty good, I think. As long as you don't fall over. Alright, get that line up. And now the swirls are moving back over, huh? Oh, we're going to find out. Bluegill or trout, we're going to find out. Yeah, so about the past 2 months I haven't been fishing. I had a herniated disc in my back, and even today my back's a little sore still. You know, I'm just dealing with it, trying to recover after surgery. But, you know, take it day by day is all you can do. I'm ready to go catch some 20-pound carp though, alright? I love doing that. Just got a brand new 13-foot telescopic Daiwa, Black Widow fishing pole. I'm going to catch those carp with. You'll see. It's so much fun, those carp. I love trout, but carp are really fun fishing. That's the highlight of my year, I think. It's the carp fishing. Okay, where are these carp? Come on. Well, if I don't catch fish in another one in about another half hour, I'm just going to sign out and I'll post some shorts, or I'll sign back on and show you. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, you know. catch fish right away. Other times it may take an hour or two. Come on, Mr. Rainbow, where are you? Okay, another thing that's good for trout besides spoons. I highly recommend spoons if you're going for trout fish. And then you got other hair lures and stuff like that. And then another favorite for a lot of people are the power bait. That'll work too sometimes. Which I'm going to try soon. There goes the tornado. The tornado watch is layering off. There we go. Somebody's nibbling at me. I think it's another bluegill. Yeah, I think these bluegills came up into the water. That's what all these swirls are, is the bluegill. Alright, let's recast it out there. He got the butterworm. Time for another butterworm. Nice fat one this time. There we go. Huh? Nice fat one. Nice fat one. That's like a number 4 hook, sickle hook, Matsua. And there's your butterworm. 5 inches. I got my split shot, and then I got my bobber, which there's a string on the line further up. That's my stop bobber. Fish about 7 feet down. I'm about 4 feet down, actually. Alright, enough of that. Tornado's not coming. Yeah, maybe the waters are getting a little too warm for the trout. Look at it. nice putter worm on that hook. Where are you guys at? Where are you guys at? Where are you guys at, man? Come on, Mr. Trout. Come on. Where are you guys at? You can see those swirls out there all over. I think they're bluegill, if you ask me. The bluegill are moving in, coming out of the warm, deep water, and the pond's starting to flip a little. So the water's getting warmer for the bluegill to move up. Well, I'm going to recast out there again. Don't seem to find any trout so far. There's got to be something out there that wants that putter worm. It's big and juicy. Okay, let's try cast one someplace different. Gotta find them. good conditions when there's no wind. At least for fishing, usually isn't good. We barely got a wind, or we got a 3-mile-per-hour wind when it kicks in. So there's that going on today. But it's nice to get outdoors, even if you don't catch anything, I'll tell you that. It's beautiful to get outdoors. I'm going to go down a little deeper. See that string? That stops my bobber, this little string. You tie it on before you put the bobber on. And then you can regulate how deep you're fishing. I'm going, this is a 4-foot pole, dial pole, 4 foot. So I'm going down about the length of the pole, because I got about 18 inches right here. So I'm about 4 foot down with that right there. And I go another foot, and that's 5 foot now. That's the way that works. It's a slip bobber. So you can fish to different depths. For trout, sometimes they're much closer to the bottom than the top. So that's what that's designed for. And you go closer to the bottom, so you can feed it off the bottom. The furthest I go down, I'm going to say 7 or 8 feet, and then it's just useless. You might as well fish off the bottom there, instead of using a bobber. Trout can be a very finicky fish, though. Some days they're biting, some days they're not. That's just the way it is, nature of the beast. Some days you catch 0, and other days you catch 10. So with this Foster Irving Park rainbow trout thing, it's every 2 weeks they're bringing 600 or 1,000 here, dumping them in the pond. So eventually you're going to have a really good day, because they're always throwing fish in here. So check it out online, and ask your mom or dad or whoever, your cousin, and say, hey, you got to bring me fishing at Foster Irving. Let's go. Don't take no for an answer. Well, for yourself, you know, I've seen people drive down here from the Twin Cities in Minneapolis because they know it's worth it. And they do stop. Weekends can be a little busy, and the weekdays sometimes you'll have about 10, 15 people down here. But there's never really a lot. You got a lake that's the size of 2 football fields. You can walk around the whole lake. There's a path. You can fish any part of the lake here. So there's a lot of real estate to fish here. If you're not catching in one area, I highly suggest moving on and go to another. There we go. We got a big swirl out there. Come on. Get that butter on. They end up being difficult today, to say the least. Then when you come down here, you're going to observe a lot of bald eagles and ospreys. I counted 8 one day, 8 ospreys out here diving in the water and catching a trout. You haven't seen that before. It's very beautiful to see a fish dive down in the water. An eagle, a bald eagle, or an osprey. So a lot going on down here. I don't understand it. Must be because there's no wind. Last time I was here, I had 3 immediately steal my butter and drop me. Something wrong with that butterworm. Go out a little further, huh? Okay, maybe I'll get a crappie out there. Come on, give me one rainbow at least. I'm trying 2 feet down now. Maybe to hit you close at the top of the water. I'm hitting 5 or 7 feet down. See what happens. Tell you what, I'm just going to sign out. Thanks for watching. I'm going to sign out till I catch a fish. And I'll just make a short video or a video of me catching the fish. Sometimes it can be brutal, these rainbow trout, false salmon. You know, even though they put 600 every 2 weeks in here, they got to be biting. And a lot of times you're on their timeline, they're not on yours. Just because you show up the fish doesn't mean you're going to catch a fish. So they can be difficult sometimes, these rainbows. They surely can. If you don't have night crawlers, and guess what? You got minnows, and that's what they're feeding off is night crawlers. The next day you come with night crawlers, and they're feeding off the minnows that you had yesterday. That's the way the rainbow story goes. Okay, people, thanks for watching. Like I said again, and I'm back, so I'll be doing a lot more videos and shorts live. I'm going to be going after those big carp. Yes, sir. And besides the trout, the carp, I got to go after. Then the crappie in the spring. We're going to get 13-inch crappie right in town here at Rochester, Minnesota. And we're going to show you where we're at, too. Okay? I don't hide my places. So, yeah, stick around. Sign in when you see me going live and so forth, or check out my shorts. I got a lot of them to check out. Check out my website. And if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, join, man. I mean, just turn off the notifications because I may blow up your phone. I post a lot, okay? All right, good day, mates.